Well, we've been busy. We've got a lot of community interest going right now. And we have some people coming forth with contributions and wanting to be, put advertising on the boards. We've had conversations with Chuck and the city have had conversations about the liability. That was a big concern. And Chuck told me today that, in fact, he was going to the school board tonight to have them approve that they would pick up the difference in the insurance. And he said it was somewhere in the area of $400 probably additional insurance to do the hockey rink. He was a little surprised that they'd get excited about a hockey rink when, you know, you've got a football field and we beat up on each other over there all the time. And, you know, but apparently a hockey rink is just a little different. So he said that they've got the insurance, that they will go ahead and take care of that portion. What they were thinking, and Beth Feed was there at the same time, in the same conversation, and she would like to see it become a community ed project as well as, and others have community ed, some teaching of these kids how to skate and some adult community ed. So they thought that any costs that they would get from there, any money they would raise from community ed towards the hockey rink would be used to cover their insurance. So they'll work that out internally. They have given us permission to use the concession stand. Chuck is going to give me the keys to the concession stand, and we're going to board up the three sides and keep an opening so we can go inside and use it as a warming house. We're going to open the concession stand on Saturdays and maybe sell some things or have cider and hot chocolate and things. And we're going to open it as a skate exchange. So anybody that's got skates in their attics or their closets can bring them over, give them to me, we'll put them behind the counter. Somebody that doesn't have skates can come over and look and see what we've got, and so they've got some skates to use. So we'll do a skate exchange, and that'll start right away too. Jeff Copley is waiting right now for, if you guys decide to do this, for the approval from you and to hear from you that it's a goal, and he will get the grading done. He said he's got that, somebody that's going to do that on a volunteer basis, and we get the grading done so it's ready to put the rink in. So that's what we're waiting for right now, is for you guys' approval, and I guess your commitment right now is basically Jeff on his part-time, release Jeff on his part-time to go ahead and help out like he wants to, whatever regard he wants to do, which would mean they want to keep the lot over there plowed and clean. They want to put up a light that the city had down at the rink they had by the library. They want to put that up on the pole, so it gives us good lighting right there. I guess he said that there will be a little bit of charge for the light, for the use of the light. I mean, there'll be a little bit of electrical charge. He says, but you've got the city lights on over there all the time anyways in the evenings. He said it's not going to be that much. That's what his word. It's not going to be that much, but there will be a little bit of charge. So that would end up being picked up by the city. It would show up on your bill. And then like I say, the leveling of the lot over there. We've got the seed that was donated, so we can seed it down, and then on a regular basis. And then Chuck mentioned tonight that as we keep this thing going, that he would have Winona Nursery go ahead and seed it down the following year. When they seed in the fall, they seed certain things for the spring. So they come through and they've got that seeding done, and they'll just pick that up. They'll have it seeded, so we won't be hand seeding it. But with this year, we will hand seed it, is what we'll do. Let's see. The Chamber of Commerce. Terry Benson is here from the Chamber of Commerce. Why don't you stand up and say hi to everybody? I did a presentation to the Chamber of Commerce, and they thought it was a great idea. They'd love to get on board, but their question again too was, we want to make sure all the liability insurance is in order in certain places. So I want to make sure that the school has their liability. They want to make sure that I have my liability, and we've provided them, or they should be receiving it, the certificate of our insurance that shows that we're licensed to do signs and insured to do signs. Because we will be doing some advertising on the boards around to help keep this thing going on a year-by-year basis to raise some income that way. Let's see, anything else?
And that'll run through the chamber?
That'll run through the chamber. Chamber will handle all the funds for this whole thing. Any contribution that has come in or will come in will go through the chamber first, and then they will pay for the advertising if it needs to be, and they'll pay for the boards as we raise the money for that. So it'll all go through the chamber itself. So water. Water, they will be flooding the rink initially. Jeff said they have a large hose that they can flood it initially. And they will use a hydrant to flood it the first time. And then after that, we would take it and we will use the smaller hydrant with our hoses and then our own Zamboni to keep it groomed. But initially, and he said the cost of the water is minimal, really. I mean, he says it's not much, you know, when you flood something like that, water. But they will do that originally. Once we set the boards for them and get the liner in, then he will put the water on it, and then we'll keep an eye on it, we'll freeze it, and then we'll start putting the sideboards up around. And then we should be skating this winter.
Now, this is directly south of the Gedung stand down there.
The what stand?
That's a term
Is
they
that a hot
won't
dog
know,
stand?
Robert.
Is that a hot dog stand?
It's a
Yes,
term they
they
won't
don't
know.
know. But the concession stand.
Right. The baseball field, where the city had built a rink before. Do you remember where that was? Where the city built the smaller rink there, and they groomed it for a couple of years? Right next to the baseball field? Anybody remember that? No.
Between the parking lot and the baseball field, green space.
There was a small ice skating rink that they groomed for a few years. Well, we're gonna take it over and make it larger and full-size skating rink.
Terry, do you have any thoughts on this?
No, it's on school property is my understanding. You're just.
It's on school property, yeah,
You're
and they've
authorizing
talked
your
about the
staff to
insurance.
assist.
Yeah, they've been to their insurance company with it. And
All right, then.
So if the school covers all the insurance, will the city, take care of allowing the grading, the electrical, and the water?
the
Basically,
grading
right?
should not be, and Jeff has said very clearly, will not be a cost to the city. He has some way, somebody has volunteered something, so they will be doing the grading. And Jeff will oversee that and get it. He'll call for Goldford to check it, make sure there's nothing underground there. And then as far as the city will have a cost of the water, apparently he's got the hoses and everything, the big hoses, but the cost of water, which he says is minimal. And then he will get somebody, Norms or somebody, to put the big light up there. And then there'll be the cost of that electricity for that one light. That would be additional. But he thought that was pretty minimal too.
Who would we bill that for?
Hmm?
Who would we bill that for?
The electric itself,
Electric and water.
the electric is on your meter right now. You guys are paying for the
Yeah.
electric right now.
So will the city assume that cost is
Yeah.
what they're asking?
Ah,
For one time.
That's
gotcha.
kind of like our share of the whole.
We would accept donations then.
thank you, Vern.
And for that, we'll give each of the city members a pass to come skate on our rink.
No, we can't accept them.
No, I know that.
Parking lot is the school?
Parking lot is the city's, I believe, isn't
It's
it?
a city parking lot?
The blacktop
The
one is,
paved one.
So
Or is it cut in half,
So
doesn't
you're
it?
gonna, you clean that anyway?
yeah,
Yeah, he said he would clean that anyways, they were gonna be doing, but they won't put snow there this year. They have dumped snow there as a storage, and he says he won't do that, he'll have a place to do that. So we should be able to keep that, or they will be able to keep that clean.
and cleaning the rink is gonna be probably just
Our
volunteers to do that?
responsibility, yeah,
Okay.
volunteers, yeah.
Can you drive the Zamboni?
It won't be a big Zamboni, it's gonna be a little one you pull behind.
Can we pull the thing?
You could pull the Zamboni, I'll let you.
What is the council's pleasure?